Alright, so back to the central Runeforge, right?
Yep, we're just gonna go back to the Central Ruenforge.
Fly
Sounds
your
like a
way there.
plan.
Yep, I still have flight for a few minutes. I'm gonna save my getaway for a more important time.
Okay.
Back to the center.
You guys probably, like, see the closet following far behind you guys, but
Making
doesn't do
faces.
anything. Yeah. It's not happy about this. Okay, you guys are back to the
Alright.
Runeforge.
Oh, we should go get the silver stuff from the Abjurant Halls.
Ah, yes. How do you plan on doing that?
Right, right.
We need a vial. I'm sure I could.
We have a variety of potions and stuff.
Yeah, just use one of those.
Yeah, it helped get some of the Athelion or whatever from the abjuration halls.
Alright, well, yep, I guess I go to the Abjurant Halls and I ask if Nizzo, if that thing he deactivated is permanently deactivated.
I guess I'll check, but probably. Let me see.
Yeah, it's permanently deactivated. You would have known that when you
I still have
first
the
did it.
sicken modifier. That probably has fallen off by now, right?
No, it's 24 hours or when you rest.
Oh, okay.
You just don't feel good.
Alright, Abysm, how are we gonna do this? We're just gonna dip our vial in and scoop it.
Oh, wait.
Um, Maybe very
Cast Mage
carefully.
Hand.
Oh, yep, that's a better idea.
Oh yeah, mage hand. That's a good idea.
Mage hand the vial down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, scoop out the.
Okay.
Scoop up some Quicksilver.
I'm offended that nobody ever uses the cantrip scoop.
Is that a thing?
It's really, really niche. How often do you need to scoop stuff?
Right now.
Yeah. Yes, there's a cantrip called Scoop.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It just scoops whatever and holds it like a spoon. It's just an invisible scoop, I guess.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Open an ice cream parlor.
Invisibly scoop ice cream. Yeah, that'd work. Alright, yeah, you guys successfully gather liquid.
Okay. So, what do we have on the list then? We have the admixture. We have the vial of ethyllium. We have the toy. We have the mirror. We have to go back into greed to get some water from that pool that kills your wisdom.
We don't need all the components though. We just need the ones that directly oppose Karzog.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, so we actually have all those now. We just needed the Aphelion, we needed the and then the other two that we already got, the which is the mirrors and the like we were actually on the right track already.
Well, why did we need the Athelium then? If, like,
Oh, he said we did.
abjuration.
I just was told that we
Hmm.
did. I don't know. I think it's something that poses.
Well, I mean, abjuration like is basically destroys magic, so I don't know. Maybe that's just an essential part of everything.
Yeah, just, oh, fair enough. That could be. It just seems odd that it's an exception to everything else. But if that is the case, do we need to do any of these other locations? Is there a special ritual that we need to know? He seemed to imply there was, that we couldn't just throw this stuff in the pool and hope that it works.
Yeah, I still
I
don't
mean, I
think we
guess
actually know.
we don't
We might
know.
just have to. We might just have to try to do it.
I think you guys misinterpreted what he said, just judging by what you're saying right now. He said that you need the right components. Do you have them? You can't just throw anything
Oh,
into the
okay.
pool and have it work. Um, so he's just letting you know that you
So
need
we
to make
can.
sure that you have the right combination of components, or else nothing will happen.
So okay, so he was implying that now that we do, we can add them into the rune well together.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really specify either, but he also said that you then put your own weapon in there to make it a rune weapon. Nobody really did ask him much about it, but I might as well let you know that you will be making a weapon of sin. Some players might not like the idea of
Sweet.
handling a weapon, a sinful weapon, but you have to use your own weapons or whatever weapons you have available to you to do this. So you're turning your own weapons into a Runeforge weapon, basically.
Yeah, you get to create your own custom
All right.
sin weapon.
Yeah.
Well then, I need to choose a weapon.
I mean, I probably should pick a dagger or a short sword, either one of them.
Too bad I can't make a scroll.
It's tough to say which one's better to do for me because, like, technically the short sword does slightly more damage, you know, right? But the dagger might be better just because it's more versatile because it does you can do like more different types of damage. You can throw it. Not that I'd probably throw a rune weapon at someone, but unless the rune weapon gives or rune forge gives it the returning properties for some reason, maybe then I would do it.
Oh, while we're here, I'm gonna use detect magic on the book he gave me because it looks ordinary, right?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use detect magic on it to see if there's anything hidden
Okay.
about
There you go.
and appraise it.
You do detect magic. This book is very valuable.
Okay, I will spellcraft.
Oh
Maybe I should have
gosh.
cast identify before I do that. Do I have identify? I do have an identify. And I will spellcraft.
All right. Good thing you identified because you needed it.
Hooray.
This book is a. Let me get the party sheet out here. pop it in there. Oh, it's already in there. Did you take it from the thing?
I did take it.
Can you put it back in there so that I can identify it?
Oh, yeah. Let me find it real quick.
It should be labeled book.
Book, 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 book.
Book exercise, I think.
There it is.
Okay.
I dragged a little piezo symbol, right?
Yeah. Okay, there's
Okay,
the
there we go.
cover. Alright. So this book, you identify it, and then also it kind of makes sense on why you were kind of seeing what you were seeing when you were flipping through the pages. This book is a manual of gainful exercise. And if you spend 6 days reading it, you will gain a bonus to your strength score.
Oh,
One time use.
even more muscles. But Abyssum might be able to use this better than I can.
Well, admittedly, it wouldn't go to waste.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I only
Henrik
use my strength
dex
to...
based?
I'm a what?
Oh, sorry, I meant Nizzo.
Nizzo, yeah, I'm dex based. I have a strength of like 9 or something really low.
We could make it 11, and you take no minus to your damage.
I don't take any minus my damage though because I have the rogue stuff that lets me put dex to damage
Oh,
instead.
right.
He's unchained.
Yep.
Broken the chains of strength.
Well, I let you
either
guys know
myself
what the
or
book
Amara.
is.
But Amara
That's right,
shape
Amara can use
changes,
the
so she
strength
gets
too.
all sorts of strength bonuses from shape changing. Admittedly, it'll put my strength from 16 to 17, so
No,
it's
it'll put
something.
it
Puts
to
it to 16
18.
to 18. It's a +2 bonus.
Oh, it's +2.
Inherent
Oh,
bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's really
+2.
good.
okay.
That's why it's worth 55,000 gold pieces.
I will not turn down the offer then.
I wonder if the leadership book is something like that too, like a charisma bonus. That'd be kind of silly.
Maybe we haven't looked at it.
I just been reading it the whole time, but
I'm pretty sure the book of
I-
leadership is charisma.
yeah, I'm thinking that might be that might
You
be
never
one of these
handed
things
it
too.
to
But
him
for
to spellcraft it. You've just kind of hoarded
no,
it,
I didn't.
right?
I just
Yeah.
thought it was a normal book and just started reading it and then talked about leadership
Honestly, I'm
all
a
the
little
time,
worried
right?
about Amara handling the book and how how, I guess, diligent she'll be at reading it. So I hand it to Abyssum and I say that this should help you. I tell him what it is.
At least I don't have to feel too bad because we don't actually have any charisma-based characters in this party, so it's not like I'm wasting it.
I actually like charisma because I have diplomacy.
Right, so do I though. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're good at it, so it's fine with you.
I'm actually really good at diplomacy and like bluff and things like that. Like, I'm actually, I don't know. Like, my sense motive is +20. My diplomacy is +18. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty good at that stuff too. I just like that I can interject into conversations and never have to be like the DM be like, surprise, I'm gonna make you roll it, because I like doing that to players when somebody has an idea. It's like, well, guess what? You gotta use your diplomacy roll now. And then they're like, I only have +0 diplomacy. Oh no.
Nobody likes me. Alright, what do you guys do?
That's a good question. What do we do? Because I think there are only two choices here, aside from exploring necromancy badness, is to either make the weapons or to go like explore another hall.
we've explored most of the halls. We just haven't looked at the necromancy one, and we only went to the beginning of the wrath one, which the wrath one we're gonna have to go to eventually anyway, because that's how we get out apparently.
I think so. Yeah, that'll probably be last. Once we have the weapons, we should go there.
I think Wrath was the way out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was
Right.
saying. We're gonna have to go wrath because that's the way out, unless like we had plane shift or something.
Hmm.
Let's see. What do I want to? What would I turn into a rune weapon? I kind of feel like a dagger, honestly, just because it's more versatile. Even though the dice is smaller, I don't think the dice is relevant really at this point as much. But I also don't see a dagger on my inventory right now, so I might just have to use my short sword. That's probably fine though.
Mar and Diana are gonna take their normal forms.
Okay.
What's Diana's more normal form?
Medium.
Apart from that, whatever time we spend here, I'd also keep reading the leadership book.
Or large. She's been medium for a while, so she wants to be large again. Oh, I forgot Dear Leopold.
And I say that a good leader takes a little more than his share of the blame and a little less than his share of the credit.
A what?
A good leader takes a little less or a little more of his share of the blame and a little less of his share of the credit.
Oh, I see.
This is something that I learned from reading this leadership book.
That sounds quite wise. Well, Abysm, since you can like make stuff happen in the greed halls, would you mind going with me to like fabricate a dagger of fine quality or something?
If I recall, I could only produce raw materials. I don't think I could produce finished goods.
Oh, right, but I
I
can
might be
fabricate it.
misremembering that. True. And I think that's what the whole point of the room is just making stuff to fabricate with. Did did that stuff disappear when we removed it from the room, though?
Oh, yeah. Nizzo, do you have a master dagger you'd be willing to part with?
I don't, unfortunately. That's what I was like looking
Hmm.
at too, because I was thinking of using a dagger as well for my Runeforge weapon, but I
What
don't
about
actually
Secret? What about
have
this
one.
thing I have, this quarterstaff that's a spell staff? Could I use that?
You wanna put a quarterstaff in there?
Yeah, but it's a magical item already. It's this spell staff with rusting grasp in it.
Let me look.
Well, is this going to overwrite the existing enchantments or add on
Yeah,
to
that's what
them?
I don't know that.
It'll take me a moment to find out, so you guys can keep talking.
Bism, do you have any other masterwork weapons we've scavenged off of thing?
I'll check. I have boulder-headed mace, a fanged falchion, gauntlets of ghost touch +1, composite longbow, my scimitar. No, I don't have any non-magical weapons on me.
I mean, either they're magic. I guess if we don't really mind them getting overwritten, I just need something, I guess. Are those mithril daggers you have like component for something?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those. Technically, yes, but it's something that I don't really cast. Let me see if I even got that memorized. Yeah, I'm not even memorizing that spell these days, so that is true. I have 4?
Okay, I have your answer. I'm not sure if you know the answer, though.
Yeah, probably not.
Yes, I have 4 mithril daggers, but I don't think they are masterwork. I guess if they're mithril, they have to be, don't they?
Yeah, they have to be. That's a fine quality metal.
Hey.
Yeah. I got 4 mithril daggers if we want to do something with those.
That's probably a better option, I think, for me. Like, especially if it, I don't know, unless the Runeforge adds on to existing things, in which case it might be better to put a stronger magic item in it. But if it overrides it, then it's probably better to do that.
All right,
But
so
that's
we
one of
have
the ongoing
rules,
themes.
and since you guys
We
don't
don't
know
know
the
what's
rules,
going on.
I want to make sure that you don't get too ahead of yourself on what your expectations are from this Runeforge. Quantity wise, there was only enough of that silver liquid to make a certain amount of weapons, so you do need to choose wisely.
I think it was 6.
I think so too. I'm gonna pull that loot thing up here.
Which is probably more than we actually need. We probably, I mean,
12. 12.
you can make 12?
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
Oh,
It
that's
is
more
a
than
lot.
we thought. That's a dozen.
Yes, but if you're doing like daggers and shurikens and arrows, or I don't know why you do arrows, but
Right.
Yeah, arrows and
Maybe just the bow.
shuriken, not so sure.
Let's make some, use it to make magic ammunition.
Although, technically, ammunition are made in groups of, what is it, 20 or something? But still.
That's for like blanches and stuff, but you don't know how that's gonna work with the Runeforge.
No, you're right. We don't actually know anything about what the Runeforge is going to do.
We could ask the quill. I don't think we've used that today.
I don't remember.
I think we asked it like a different day though.
It's like a morning
Previous
ritual
day
for you
about how to
guys.
use the
I swear.
Runeforge. And it just said,
Yeah.
like, you need components. And we're like, we know that we need components, stupid quill, damn it.
Well, maybe we should ask it now that we have the component.
I guess we could ask it a more pointed question, like, how do we use these components to make a Runeforge weapon or something like that?
I mean, you guys already know the answer. Like, the fat guy told you guys.
Yeah,
Put
we just throw
the
them in there, I
correct
guess.
ones in there with your weapon, and
Yeah.
you know
So we just
though
need
that
the-
you can only do one at a time, so it's not all at once. It's like forging a weapon.
put a
You do one, you produce
guess
it.
we-
You do another, you produce it, so on and so forth.
I guess we put a weapon in with the one of the shards, and one of Delvine's whatever toys, and a little bit of the Aphelion, I guess, and then like that makes a Runeforge weapon.
Yeah, if that's the combo you want.
Is there like why? What's to stop someone from just throwing like all the components and just be like, we're getting one from each freaking hall? Like, I'm sure there's a limit.
You don't know, but the fat guy told you to put the right components in to produce a weapon.
He did say the two that we had there were like so like I don't know. I feel like I'm more unsure since we went and talked to him before, because I was pretty sure we had the components we needed, and then he mentioned something for some reason. He's like, "Oh, but why don't you have the Aphelion?" It's like, well, that shouldn't, like, unless you need 3 components.
That's what he told you.
Like, I don't know what the Aphelion has to do with it, and I don't know.
I guess you guys should have asked more questions, huh?
Well, he's still there.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess no, I'm not gonna do anything with it. Screw this Runeforge.
This is like
I'm
magic.
just gonna
I
read
don't
the leadership
like
book.
it. I just want to be a leader. Okay. All right, magic casters, you figure it out.
The key to leadership is delegation.
Are you just spouting off random stuff from the book?
He like typed in motivation posters or something, and that's what he's reading.
Something like that.
Motivational memes. Let's go.
That one I didn't. I just said that one. The delegation one. But the other one was definitely one that it was just a quote that I typed in. I typed in leadership quotes, and that was one of the first ones.
Oh, well.
First rule of leadership: everything is your fault. Surprisingly enough, that's actually from A Bug's Life. I remember that actually. It's actually something like Cricket says, in like the evil cricket or whatever.
Accountability. A word leaders start to use right before the scapegoating begins.
Mm.
So what are we doing then? Are we gonna make the Runeforge weapon?
I don't know, because I'm more confused now about making Runeforge weapons than I was originally. Because I was thinking we just needed the opposing components, but I don't know why he mentioned the Aphelion when the Aphelion on this, like, if you look at the scrap paper he gave us, Aphelions clearly aligned to a specific, like,
Envy, yeah.
sin, right? So it's like, why do we need envy? Envy is not actually an opposed sin to the whatever.
Hmm.
You're overthinking, as usual.
You're just supposed to fucking throw it in too anyway. Let's just be like, fuck it. I don't. He said to do it.
I mean, that's a matter of whether or not you trust him, I guess.
So, do we not even need to deal with gluttony at all?
Maybe, I don't know.
How are we getting so confused by this particular adventure here? Are we really overthinking things?
I don't know, man. Why are you confused?
Because they're not nothing.
Too
Nobody spelled
sandboxy
anything out
for
for
you?
us.
That's
Well, I mean,
true.
if we're gonna do it, I just need a weapon.
At the
And
start
I
of
would,
the
I would humbly ask
Go ahead.
Abysm for one of those mithril daggers to use.
Yeah, at the start of the adventure, it's like the players don't really know why they're in the Runeforge. I'm like, yeah, okay.
It was true.
It's funny.
Well, I mean, if you guys wanted to call it early, we could wait for Mantis to get here next week and make the Runeforge weapons and complete the thing. Because he might want to weigh in on what he wants, right? He always wants to do that.
It is interesting. I mean, being a druid, what kind of a weapon would you use? Just more, natural weapon
He was
attacks, I
asking
think.
about if he could enchant a amulet of mighty fists or whatever. I think.
I'm gonna vote no
Oh, that
to
might be an
that
option.
because that means
Oh, okay.
you could do like other magical items too. I don't
Yeah.
think amulets are meant to work that way. No, by
the Mighty
rulings,
Fist is
it
a
has
bit of
to
an
be
exception.
a weapon. Like, not an amulet, it has to be an actual weapon. Like a gauntlet or...
Yeah. So he might just have to pick something out, like something like a staff or whatever,
yeah.
and then just be like, yeah. I mean, maybe most of the time he doesn't use it, but he just has it.
I mean, you
go
don't...
into his normal form if he needs to use it.
Technically, you can still beat this game without them. It's just easier.
It's just, yeah, it's harder without the Runeforge weapons, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
They're probably,
Well, I mean, I don't see any
if I remember
achievements
right,
or
they're pretty
rewards
powerful.
for doing hard mode.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I looked through the book a long time ago, so I do remember the Runeforge weapons being really powerful. Like having a lot of bonuses and stuff, and like some of them having some particular effects.
We could go into the Halls of Gluttony, and if it's bad, just go away. I just want to prepare more disintegrates if we are. In fact, I'll do those right now.
And maybe that Lich knows more about how to use the Runeforge.
That's true. We could get more information.
He might be even more of a pain to deal with than the Sloth guy, though. I'd be guessing.
The other option is, because we have 12 chances at this, we could just do it the way it seems like it's supposed to be done, and if it doesn't work, we still have 11 tries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we only have one toy, though.
Oh, we have more than
I'm
one.
wondering about that. But then we would need to go back to people we've already annoyed a lot and acquire
You don't want to go
more.
back to the iron cages of lust.
If it's only a one-shot item, then we're going to have to anyway, because we're going to need 3 more just for what we have now.
I wonder if I can ask the quill that if we need more for more weapons, or if we can just like dip a bunch of weapons in at the same time.
I thought we already had the answer to that we had to do them all separately.
All right. Just to help you guys along a little bit, you are overthinking just a little bit. The components that you have, you just need the 2 items to make the appropriate weapon, opposed weapon, and you need a dose of that oil that I put in the party sheet that I don't think anybody picked up yet, but there's 12 doses, which means that you can make 12 weapons. So it's quantity based on the oils, but your like the toy and the mirror, you just need those one time. They don't get consumed, they don't go away. You know that you can't just throw 3 daggers in there with all those other ingredients and have all 3 daggers happen. It's kind of like forging a weapon. When somebody's forging a weapon, they can only do 1 at a time. So that's what you're doing. You're forging a weapon 1 at a time. Perhaps the fat guy would have informed you guys that, as long as you have the mirror and the toy, you put those in with it, 1 dose of the oil along with a weapon, and you'll get your forged weapon. And then rinse, repeat.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, why don't we make the weapons right now?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're willing to let us use the daggers for that, I think that's probably the
I
way
ask
to go,
Abysm,
right?
may I use one of those mithril daggers you have?
Here you go. No problem.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And at some point I'll replace it.
Don't worry about it. One sec while I shuffle it over.
Alright, in you go. Pull into my inventory.
Okay. So, what you doing?
Alright, well, who wants to do the honors? I have the stuff, so I guess I will, if everyone's okay with it.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, I put in a shard of the Shimmering Veils of Pride into the rune well.
Okay. Oh yeah, when you pull those items out and you're close to the rune well, they glow.
Oh, okay. So we must be doing something right. Or catastrophic. I pull out the chainmail bikini, and I put that into the rune well.
Okay.
And then I take one of those doses of Ethelian and dip that, and I pour it into the rune.
Okay.
And I'm going to mage hand this dagger, this mithril dagger I have, into the rune well.
Is it magical?
The dagger?
Right.
No, but it is masterwork and is
Okay.
made of mithril.
Okay. So you do that.